Dwarka is one of the 7 principal holy places in India. The others are Ayodhya, Mathura, Haridwar, Varanasi, Ujjain, and Kanchipuram. These 7 places are known as Mokshada, meaning that they are the givers of liberation to all those who die there. Dwarka is also considered as one of the 4 Dhamas, the others being Rameshwaram, Puri, and Badrinath. It is described in Srimad Bhagavatam that Lord Krishna established Dwarka at a time when Mathura was besieged by his enemies some 5,000 years ago. There are nice descriptions of Dwarka in the Bhagavatam. It was a fabulously opulent city containing palaces for each of Lord Krishna's 16,108 queens. Srimad Bhagavatam says, when Narada Muni arrived at Dwarka, he saw varieties of parks and gardens filled with all kinds of flowers and trees bearing fruit. The 900,000 palaces were all built of first-class marble, and the gates and doors were made of pure silver, studded with valuable gems. The large avenues and crossings were very neat and clean, and at regular intervals, large trees provided shade. The architect of this wonderful city was Vishvakarma, the engineer of the Devas, and each of Lord Krishna's queens had a separate palace. The pillars were made of coral, and the ceilings were bedecked with jewels. The chairs and other furniture were made of ivory, decorated with gold and diamonds. However, at the time of Lord Krishna's disappearance from this world, Dwarka became inundated by the ocean. The name Dwarka is derived from the word door, indicating that it is a gateway to the transcendental realm. Dwarka is situated on the shore of the Arabian Sea in western Gujarat in India. It was also one of the 4 original centers founded by Shankaracharya. As such, it is a very important place of pilgrimage for all those who are followers of Vedic culture, and many hundreds of thousands of people come from all over to visit every year. According to historical accounts, The original temple of Lord Dwarka Darshan was destroyed by Muslim invaders in the 11th century. It had been built by Lord Krishna's grandson, Vajranabha, on the site of Lord Krishna's personal palace. The existing Dwarka Darshan temple dates from 1730 AD. It is 52 meters tall with 5 stories and stands on 72 pillars. The temple has 2 entrances. The main gate is called Moksha Dwara, the doorway to salvation. The other entrance is called Svarga Dwara, the doorway to heaven. The main deity is Lord Dwarka Darshan, a 4-armed form of Lord Vishnu. This deity is made of black stone and is about 5 feet tall. But the amazing thing is that whoever has the good fortune to touch the lotus feet of this deity finds that they are as soft as the feet of a human being. To the right of the main deity room is the temple of Lord Baladev, the brother of Lord Krishna. To the left is a temple of Pradumna and Aniruddha, the son and grandson of Lord Krishna. Nearby is the deity of Lord Shiva, and outside the temple is the deity of Devaki, Lord Krishna's mother. There are also temples of Lakshmi Narayan, Goddess Saraswati, Radha, Jambavati, and Satyabhama.
Ganga Sakala Muda Mangalmula Sabha Sukha Karani Harani Sabha Sula Ganga Sakala Muda Mangalmula
the Dwarkadish temple opens at 5 in the morning, and there is a mad rush of visitors who have come to see the deity. Legend has it that the original deity of Dwarkadish left the temple some 800 years ago and went to Dakor. The story is as follows. Once, on the day of Holi, everyone worshipped Krishna except one of the cowherds named Vijayanand, who was very proud. Even his wife had gone to worship Krishna, but Vijayanand had stayed at home. Lord Krishna then came to Vijayanand's house, disguised as one of his friends, and asked him to perform Holi Puja. Vijayanand did so, and after returning home, he realized that his friend was none other than Lord Krishna. At this time, Vijayanand went to help Krishna, and the Lord revealed to him his true identity. Vijayanand then offered his apologies. Being compassionate, Lord Krishna informed Vijayanand that he would be born again in Gujarat 4,200 years later in a Kshatriya family, and his present wife, Shuddha, would again be his wife named Gangabai. In that lifetime, Vijayanand would have the darshan of the Lord and thus achieve liberation. Thus, 800 years ago, Vijayananda Bodhana appeared at Dakor in Gujarat in a Rajput family. Vijayananda Bodhana was a great devotee of Lord Krishna. Every 6 months he would walk to Dwarka and worship the Lord. He did this without fail until his 72nd year, but due to old age he began to find it difficult. Lord Krishna then appeared to Vijayananda Bodhana and told him to take a bullock cart to Dwarka the next time, so that he could accompany him back to Dakor. The next trip, when the priests of Dwarkadish saw that Vijayanand had come in a bullock cart, they were surprised. When questioned by them, Vijayananda Bodhana replied that he had brought the cart to take the deity back to Dakor. When the Brahmanas saw the old cart, they hardly believed such a thing, but still, that night they locked the temple doors very securely. Then at midnight, the deity broke the door and woke up Vijayananda Bodhana and told him to take him to Dakor. Vijayananda Bodhana drove for a while, and then Krishna told him to take rest while he himself drove the bullock cart. In this way, they quickly reached Dakor. Meanwhile, back in Dwarka, when the Brahmins saw that the deity of Dwarkadish was missing, they gave chase to Vijayananda Bodhana. Vijayananda Bodhana became frightened, but Krishna told him to hide him at a bathing ghat on the Gomati River. This was done, but when Vijayananda Bodhana went to meet the Brahmanas, one of them angrily killed him with a spear. At that time, Lord Krishna also felt the pain, and as a result, the water of the Gomati became red with the Lord's blood. Even today, the clay at that spot has a reddish color. The Brahmins then sat on the banks of the river fasting until the deity would return to Dwarka. At last, the deity told Vijayananda Bodhana's widow to give the Brahmanas the equivalent of his weight in gold to appease them. Being very poor, however, she could not do this, and so the deity became so light that her small gold earrings tipped the scale in her favor. The Brahmins were very disappointed, but the deity told them that they would find a replica of him at a certain well with steps at Dwarka. Dwarkadish told them to look at a certain time, but the Brahmins were impatient, and so when they went to the well, they found a smaller deity which was similar to the original one. Dwarka is located by the side of the river Gomati, where the river meets the sea. If you go out of the back entrance of the Dwarkadish temple, you will see the Gomati River. Where the river meets the sea, there is an imposing temple called Samudra Narayana Mandir. 30 kilometers north of Dwarka, is an island in the middle of the sea called Beit Dwarka. It takes 20 minutes by boat to reach this island, which is said to be the remains of the original Dwarka that Lord Krishna built within the sea. One and a half kilometers from the Dwarkadish temple is the Rukmini Devi temple. Rukmini was Lord Krishna's principal queen. The walls of the temple are beautifully decorated with paintings depicting the pastimes of Lord Krishna. There is an interesting story behind this temple. One day, Durvasa Muni, who is very easily displeased, was invited to dinner by Lord Krishna and Rukmini. The etiquette was that until the guest had been fed, the host must not partake of any food or drink. Rukmini became very thirsty, however, and so Krishna put his foot in the ground so that Ganga water immediately flowed out for her to drink. This was done while Durvasa Muni was not looking. But as Rukmini was drinking, Durvasa suddenly turned around and saw this, and so he angrily cursed that she would have to live apart from Lord Krishna. It is for this reason that Rukmini's temple is outside of Dwarka.